about 4,300 shekels, which was about almost 1,092 American dollars. And so, but here in Tel Aviv, like in many major cities, a lot of the wages are much higher, I was told, to compensate for the high cost of living in the city. But still, not very many transgender people, even though they have gotten some assistance from the government, anti-discrimination laws have been passed. 70% both transgender people, both male and female here in Israel, receive verbal abuse, and about half of the members of the transgender community have actually experienced physical violence. Then also, out of that percentage, 48% of male FTM, transgender individuals, receive physical violence, and 55% MTF, female to male transgender individuals, experience physical violence, and 55% MTF, female to male transgender individuals, experience physical assault. Employment rates for full-time, most 40% of transgender individuals are working full-time, and 30% are either unemployed or working part-time here in Tel Aviv. And as I mentioned before, the minimum wage has been raised in Israel. And that was throughout Israel, not just Tel Aviv. Alicia Zander. So, and what's the name of your organization again?
It's called Ma'avarim. It means transitions or crossings.
Oh, okay. And so we are here at Tel Aviv Pride, where they are celebrating transgender community, which has changed a lot in the last 6 years since the Bay Area Reporter was at Tel Aviv Pride in 2009. And the group was really small back then, and there weren't very many rights. So in the last 6 years, can you tell me what has actually changed?
Okay, well, first of all, there's, talking about rights, there's a law that protects from discrimination of students at school on gender identity.
Right.
Also, 2 days ago,
that passed?
last year.
Last year, okay.
3 days ago, there was a law order, not from the parliament, that stated that discrimination based on gender and how do you say in English? Sexual orientation also includes gender identity.
Oh, great.
So we're now protected on discrimination, which is great.
So how's that going to change things for the transgender community?
I think that's mostly symbolic.
Okay.
Discrimination still exists,
Right.
but since the past 6 years, there's been changes. There's an employment empowerment program for trans youth that's funded by the state. It's funded by the municipality. And the state even did a survey to find out how much discrimination there is. And it said that there's 68% discrimination of transgender people, which is very high. In the workplace.
Okay.
And what's amazing is that this is a survey funded by the state. So the state's saying there is discrimination. And it's pretty amazing. And Pride today is also all about that.
And so how has your organization been involved in those changes?
Oh, I almost forgot a very, very big change. Last year, there was a policy for sex change surgeries in Israel. And it hasn't changed since 1986. And last year it changed. So we were very involved in that. Yeah, we really pushed for that.
And so what was the sex change surgery? Is the state paying for it now?
The state was also paying for it then, but it was so bad that no one would go there. It was free and no one would go there.
In San Francisco.
So now more and more people are actually going there. So that's pretty amazing.
Great. And so also discrimination, I was reading in the report that was published in Haaretz, and they were saying that I guess there's like almost everyone, nearly half the population experiences some sort of verbal or physical violence, like 70% physical, and there's like 57%.
It's a private survey, so it's less of an impact. It's always nicer when the government says it, but yeah.
Oh, okay. So are you seeing any changes in terms of discrimination?
I think, yeah, I think there is a change. First of all, it's an
Violence
issue.
against
The
transgender.
violence still exists, but it comes to the news. It's not something
Right.
that's silenced.
Right. And so one last question. And how do you feel about Tel Aviv Pride actually celebrating the transgender community when you started out as such a small group marching in 2009 and 2008 and now leading off the Pride Parade? I saw Avi on my way here.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it's really amazing and exciting, and it puts the focus on our community. It puts the focus on the important issues that we face.
And Avi is your partner.
Not
Still
anymore.
Not anymore. Oh,
We're not partners anymore,
I'm
but we're
so
still good
sorry.
friends.
Oh,
And we work
good.
together.
Yeah. Great. Well, thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
taking the time out. I know it's a very proud and busy day for you. This is Heather Cassell reporting live from Tel Aviv Pride for the Bay Area Reporters out in the world.